welcome back to Ordinary Girl Budgets. It's your girl Danielle, and I am so glad that you decided to watch this video. I know this is unusual for me to be posting on a Tuesday, or for you all to see a video of me on Tuesdays, but for the next 5 weeks I will be posting a video on Tuesdays because I have been so blessed to be a part of this new series from Budgeting April. She has started a series. It's called Our Different Budgeting Journeys, hashtag ODBJ. And I was chosen to be one of the budgeters to tell you all my story. So, why I got into budgeting. So, this is my why. I got into budgeting for a number of different reasons, and some of the reasons came after I really decided to start my budgeting journey. But first things first, this is not my first time budgeting. This is my first time filming, but it's not my first time attempting to budget. I first attempted to budget when I came across the Budget Moms video, and when I came across her video, I really liked her style at the time. I had a job, but I didn't know specifically how to pay my rent without having to pay a late fee, or getting extensions on my light bill, getting extensions on my phone bills. I had 2 kids. I was kind of in between the bracket. I made too much money to get food stamps, and I felt like I didn't make enough to put food in the kids' mouth or on my table. So I just felt like I was struggling. So I tried it, and it actually worked for me in that moment. And then I had some issues with my car, and all of the money that I had saved, or I had started saving, because I only had started for like a month or 2. And then I had issues with my car, and I had to deplete all of it, and it discouraged me. So my first why is because I was struggling, and I wanted to not struggle. I didn't want to struggle anymore. And it did help me. That's how I know that's why I came back to it, because I know it works. And so I ended up leaving my home that I had, and when my lease was up, I didn't re-sign my lease because I had got a job offer in Nashville. As you all know, I live in Tennessee. I'm in Memphis. I live in Memphis, Tennessee. I was born and raised in Memphis. But I had got a job offer in Nashville, so I was like, I'm not going to need this house anymore, so I'm just going to, not re-sign my lease, and I'll move in with my mom until I leave to go to Nashville, until I start my job in Nashville. Well, I had more car issues, so I went to Nashville for 2 weeks. I worked in Nashville for 2 weeks. I didn't have anywhere to stay. I was living in a hotel. Y'all, it was a struggle. I'm telling y'all, I was struggling. And so I ended up coming back, and now that's why I'm at my mom's house now. So I came back home, and it took me a while to find a job. I was very discouraged. I was very upset and just depressed. Like, I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't have a job. I didn't have any money, so I didn't want to do anything. So I finally looked up and found, I was blessed with the job I have now that I absolutely love. I'm at home with my babies in the evening. I'm able to take my babies to school before I go to work. Like, it's a blessing. I'm making more money than I've ever made in my career. And it's just a blessing. I've been blessed with this job. So I told myself, when I started this job on August 1st that I was going to start my budgeting journey again. And that's what I did. I started my job on August 1st. I posted my first video on August 1st. And y'all, when I tell you all, it has been the best thing that has ever happened to me. It's been the best thing that ever happened to me. So my second why is I wanted to be able to leave something for my children. My mom and my dad divorced when I was 9. So from the time I was 9 up until I graduated from high school, I went from living in a home with my dad, like a house. We had a backyard. My dad made us put me and my brother up this swing set. We had dogs. It was just, I went from the home they brought me home to when I was born to living with my grandmother, and then living in apartments after apartments after apartment after apartment. So, my mom now, she still rents. She has not bought a home. She has not had any type of asset or anything that she can call hers. And I didn't want that. So as I got older, I started realizing that, now I started realizing, like, as a child, you don't really see it. But when you get older and you start seeing your parent as an adult, when you become an adult, you can see your parent as an adult. And through adult eyes, I should say, instead of through a child's eyes. You start seeing things in your parents that you want to do differently for your children. So, I have never been taught money management skills. Like I said, my daddy has it, but I haven't lived with my daddy since I was 9. Now, I have a great relationship with my father, but I haven't lived with him since I was 9 years old. And at 9 years old, who's teaching their child about budgeting? I'm not going to sit here and say that I have been teaching my kids about budgeting, because I haven't. However, I'm teaching them now. While they're still young, so when they do get out on their own, they'll know how to budget. I wasn't taught that. I moved out from my mom when my son was a year old, and I was 19 years old. I had my son at 18. So I moved out, and I didn't know the first thing about paying bills. I didn't know the first thing about paying a light bill. I didn't know the first thing about paying more rent or anything like that. All I knew was to keep my cell phone on so I could have a way to talk. That's all I knew, because that's all I had to pay when I was in high school. When I had my little jobs or whatever, I paid my cell phone bill. And that was it. I didn't know about anything else. I didn't know about bill payment or money management and all of that. So as I'm getting older and my eyes are opening more, I see that my mama can't teach me anything about money management, because she doesn't know anything about money management. My dad tries to tell me, and don't get me wrong, some of the things that he said to me, I've taken heed to and I've learned from and I've used. But it's different when you feel like somebody is trying to lecture you, or somebody versus somebody trying to tell you what's right. So my second why is because I want to be able to leave something to my kids. I want my kids to be okay, because their mom is not going to be here forever. And I want them to be able to sustain while I'm gone. And I want them to be able to be financially free. Like my son, he's on the fence about going to college. And to be honest, some of y'all may not like what I'm about to say, but to be honest with you, it doesn't matter to me whether he goes or if he doesn't go, because I don't have a college degree yet. I have $1,000 worth of student loans. And I don't even have a degree. I have a certification in pharmacy technician that I've had for 12 years. And it's making me good money. So I picked up a trade. Once I got pregnant with my daughter, I decided I needed to pick up a trade. So that's what I did. So I went to college, but I never finished and I never got a degree. So if it was up to me, I would I'm telling my son to pick up a trade. Now that they have this new thing where it's 2 years of community college free, I am encouraging him to do that. But if he finds something that he wants to do without having to get a college degree, I am okay with that, because to me it's just a debt pool. So yeah, that's my second why, is I want to be able to leave something for my kids. I want to be able to buy a home. I want to be able to have multiple cars. Like that's my goal. That's what I'm manifesting over my life and over my kids' life, that they are financially free. They are debt free. I do not want that for my children. I do not want them to be in the hole. So it has been my priority to teach them how to manage their money. Even though this system is teaching me, I'm teaching myself how to manage money, because it was never taught to me. I've never seen it. I want to instill it in my children. So that is my second why as to why I started budgeting. And I hope that helps you all on your journey, or starting your journey, or motivates you all to continue on this journey, because y'all, it's a beautiful thing to have money. Even if you have to dip into one of your envelopes to pay somebody or to buy something, you know that you're going to get paid the next week, and you can put it back and you still have money to pay your bills, and your bills are paid, and nobody's calling your phone looking for you. Like, it's a great feeling. And I hope you all find great joy in this budgeting game, because it's a beautiful thing, and I love it, and I am so very glad that I started back my journey. So those are my whys. I hope it helps you, and I hope you find everything you need within this series. April, you are amazing, and I am so grateful and so thankful to be able to tell my story of my why.